Yes, they couldn't drag me and the Don away from the Italian Riviera, and on today's show we're going to be asking, is Finale Outdoor Region the e-mountain bike Mecca? We have seen some of the incredible action from here at Pietra Ligure over the weekend, but this location is not just about the pros or people who want to go racing, it's about some amazing territory to ride your e-mountain bike. And I'm joined by Enrico Guala, who is probably one of the pioneers of enduro racing and also of e-mountain biking. Enrico, tell me about Pietra. There's been a lot going on here over the last 2 years, right, to expand the network, but particularly for e-mountain biking.
For sure, and well, first, good to see you back here. Welcome back, Steve, and then the EMBN crew.
How can you not love being in a location? You've got the beach, you've got amazing trails. You simply go from this to like in the middle of nowhere, don't you, basically?
Oh, well, to 1,400 meters top of Monte Carmo. So, and that's the reason why, you know, the expansion. We've been there with the EWS in 2017. We did this long, super long Carmo trail. And we started to discover this part of, you know, our region is just, you know, the neighbor from Finale.
Yeah, I mean, to put it in perspective, guys, you know, we are literally 2 miles from, you know, Finale Ligure, which is a very well-known destination. But yeah, very close. Very
close, but, you know, basically, here in Pietra, people have always seen Finale as, oh, you know, they do mountain biking. Maybe we don't have the territory to do it, which was not the case at all. And when we discovered that, together with the local municipality and a group of trail builders, they've decided to develop their own trail network based on existing trails from centuries. And the particular way to read this territory, because there's no tarmac road that goes up.
This is a key point, and this is what makes a distinction between Finale, which is largely uplift driven, to Pietra Ligure. Yeah? Ligure.
Ligure. That's all. It's all good. Civil.
Yeah. So there's a big distinction here, right? These trails are largely inaccessible by transport.
You can, on a 4x4, there's one fire road, but do you really like to sit on, you know, 1 hour on a 4x4 on a bumpy road just to do one run?
Enrico, not in 30-degree heat, I don't.
That's why the very first development has been those nice flowy downhill or, you know, descending trails, but then climbing on the fire road was not really fun. So we kind of look into other ways to climb and finally link a lot of existing bits of trails with some new part that makes for this super long, like 1,000-meter up trail on single trail.
Yeah, and that was a big part of the EWS here over the weekend, right? A lot of the transition stages were technical single track, which is great. You're basically spending, you know, those guys were spending 8 hours a day pretty much riding technical terrain, right?
The goal was to remove as much tarmac and fire road possible from the whole course. Of course, there's some bits, but, you know, you've seen the super tough climbing on the power stages, but also the super nice liaison that was loop 2 in the race, you know, in the shadow, nice rock slabs and stuff. So that's how we believe and we live e-mountain biking these days. We want to have fun on the way down, for sure, that's adrenaline, but also have an experience on the way up.
Yeah. So Enrico, someone comes here for their e-mountain bike holiday and maybe tagging on a beach holiday as well as that. How do people access and find out where the network of trails is?
So we're launching the new map with 150 official trails, descending trails and uphill trails. We're going to talk about it. And there's a new website, www.finaleoutdoor.com, where with Outdoor Active, it's a digital online platform. All the trails will be visible there, and there's even a page that I highly recommend to bookmark with open and closed trails. So at a glance, you have an idea where you can go riding on the whole region.
I guess that becomes like a ski resort then, right? You know, there's trails which are open, trails are closed, and I guess there's a seasonal element to that as well. You're talking trail maintenance. Sorry, Italian scooter, obviously. trail maintenance going on, so you know what you can ride, which is a really nice feature.
And when you think we're going 1,400 meters on the sea level, I mean, there's winter is kind of winter here as well. Maybe not like in the north of Europe.
Yeah, whatever.
But we might have some snow on top, so we need to tell people where to go riding.
Yeah. So what about, I mean, do people just take the map? Obviously there's an app where you can read these, you just go on your phone, right?
It goes on your phone. There's the Outdoor Active app with all the Finale of the Region trails, so you can access that. Super easy to navigate. You can even design your own day of riding, linking different trails, and you can share with your friends,
and
which is also
you
good.
could also do what the EWS racers did as well.
Of course.
What strikes me, Enrico, is that Pietra does seem, when you look at the amount of there's obviously the yellow tagged routes here, an incredible amount of e-bike trails in this area. Is this the new area if you want to go e-mountain biking then, rather than Finale?
I think the experience here is a proper e-mountain bike experience, and for the reason of having those trails going up, and that's also the reason why we organize the EWS E on this side of the destination. So yes, you want to go in Pietra to ride an e-bike for sure. Of course, we're not forgetting about Finale.
Absolutely not.
There's
but it is so
a lot.
Close.
It's just around the corner.
Yeah.
So the idea is live an experience, including e-bikes, on those two villages and more in the inland. And talking about the technical climbs or the uphill trail, we started also to classify the trails by
severity.
Level and severity.
Okay, right. Yeah.
And there's 3 levels so far. That is to explain people, there's different levels of skills and physicality on the trails, on the uphill trails.
Yeah.
I think it's super important.
It's really important. I mean, you do have to know what you're letting yourself in for. But maybe, Enrico, there's a link to Finale Outer Region. There's maybe a list of guides who can actually take you to these trails.
Absolutely. And if we talk about this map,
very important map.
Very important map. It's on sale. It's on sale now, starting this week. And there's, of course, a group that has been working on this. And you know what, Steve? Yeah. There's so much knowledge on the territory that goes into a map. So I just want to thank, the eMTB guide Finale, Lorenzo, Francesco, Nicola, and Riccardo. They've been doing an amazing job. Endless night working on putting everything they know on the map. Yeah. So there's a lot of knowledge, and of course guiding is still very important. Yeah. Guiding here, it's not just guiding, it's an experience. Again, yeah. you wanna try that.
Yeah, whatever. So yeah, fantastic work from the team to make what is possibly an e-mountain bike Mecca.
It was a very exciting race here for the Vittoria Tyres Pietra Ligure EWS E with 9 race stages in one day. We saw a great ride from the former downhill world champion Nicolas Furios to take a win 22 seconds over 2 Portuguese riders, Emmanuel Pombo and Jose Borges. The winner of the previous round in Zermatt, Yannick Pontal, came in 4th place. The women's race, Tracy Mosley absolutely dominated, except for the one power stage where she did make a bit of a mistake and Nadine Sapin took that stage. It was a big, exciting day of racing with over 60 kilometres and 2,500 metres of descending, riders using 3 batteries. Great to see those really technical stages both up and downhill, and I can't wait to see this discipline evolve next year.
We've got a comment here from Chuck Norris. I can't believe it, real Chuck Norris. Steve, can you ride an entire country without riding on roads? Me, probably with support crew and a Brazilian batteries, yeah.
Well, you say that, Chuck, you say that.
That's what I heard. I heard it's a bit like Bear Grylls. Like you were getting helicoptered in and out, 5-star hotels, you weren't really doing it.
We weren't actually in 5-star hotels, we were in the tents, and you can actually do it with possibly a battery in your bike and a battery in your backpack for certain days, but again it depends on your weight, it depends on the ground conditions actually, because some days it was super wet in August, so Yeah, that was
Depends on the country a lot as well. Somewhere like Liechtenstein. You can get across there in a day, surely.
Well, I don't know. Anyway, this question is from this comment, sorry, from Daz BG Full. More videos like this, please. But without the backup van to show us what the average bloke on the street may face would be great. What's the verdict on the white bikes? Well, actually, it was quite interesting. We had a 180 bike and a 160 bike, and it was a game of profit and loss throughout the week. But actually, the key thing we found was that a longer travel bike with a slightly more expensive suspension was actually a good thing to use on an adventure trip like this, which kind of goes against common perception about adventure rides.
Well, we've had some interesting chats here as well for the racing, for the power stages and climbing and what bikes work best. And it doesn't necessarily mean short travel is going to be better up those hills on those things either.
Yeah, exactly.
Nicholas Hooper also says, this is the EMBN I love the most. More big adventures, please.
Yeah, and James Edwards, best video on the channel. What eMTB is all about. Yeah, absolutely agree.
Totally agreed as well. I mean, I want to get in on this as well. I'm planning some adventures on e-bikes. Andrew Vickers also says, great to see e-mountain bikes exploring the beauty of Wales instead of the usual bike park actions videos.
So from the adventures that we've been on here on EMBN and GMBN to what you guys have been up to over the past week. Now this is Chris, who's been out in the Lake District on his Specialized Levo on an overnight adventure. I love overnight adventures.
It's an easy way to go out and not go very far and feel like you've been on some crazy holiday or, like I say, an adventure. It's cool. Ash has been out on his Levo riding in San Francisco Bay Area. Obviously, we've heard in the news about all this. But saying wildfire smoke has turned the sky orange in Western USA. Sad but beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, it's very scary. Did you see on the news, there's basically 11 o'clock in the morning. It was almost like midnight there. Really pretty scary.
Yeah, I've seen lots of news from around Santa Cruz. People working for Santa Cruz Bicycle Company being affected by it also. Yeah, hopefully that's going to improve very soon.
Yeah, now Bruno's on his Bulls 650 EFS3 in Zermatt in Switzerland. Hi Chris and Steve and Don. I'm living near Zermatt for the last 5 years, and for the last 2 years I've been exploring the Maton Mountains with my e-bike. I'm a big fan of the programme, keep up the good work. Do you know what? I'm gutted we missed Zermatt.
Yeah, it looked like some good riding out there. I've never been, so yeah, I love getting out into the big alpine trail, so hopefully we'll get there next
And do you know
year.
what, Don? There's a really nice brewery there as well.
Is there?
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like a bad place.
Yeah, nice cold beer at the end of the day. And also Timothy and his Turbo Canevo. Location here is Windertake Lodge, Alaska Range. That's pretty out there. Getting guests out heli biking in the Alaska Range from the Winter Lake Lodge. Whoa!
That's a pretty big adventure.
A bit different to here, I have to say.
I tell you what, I went to Iceland on a bike packing trip a couple of years ago now, and our guide at the time told us how much fun it was riding fat bikes around in winter on the snow. E-fat bike adventure in Iceland, Steve? All right, I'll do that one.
Okay, Don, let's start off the bike vault. This looks pretty close to my home patch. It's an Orbea Wild.
Yeah, wild spot up on there. Where is that? Brecon Beacons.
Yeah.
Looks amazing. Yeah, Orbea Wild.
What's the name of the spot, Don?
Fanny Big.
Fanny Big?
Yeah.
I think you'll find that is Vanna Big, or
Okay.
Vanna Big even. However, yeah, that's a beautiful, that's nice, isn't it?
It's great. Is that super nice?
It could be, it's pretty epic.
I'll go on then.
Epic it is. And now we've got a Levo.
Yes, Levo SL, that one's Chris's Levo SL on South Dartmoor. Got the handguards. Got that sort of bag stuffed in there. That's pretty cool, actually, pretty neat.
Is there a cross in the background that it's leaning on?
This looks like a very old cross of some sort.
Yeah. Now, if you're wondering, we are in Italy, so that's a Harley Davidson in the background.
Ducati, actually, Steve. Come on. Come on. Of all things.
Of all the things. Anyway, back to this Levo SL. Is it a nice or is it?
Oh yeah, it's super nice. Got some NS oil slick hubs.
Yeah.
Rotor rims, Dartmoor bikes, oil slick spokes. Oil slick spokes? Oh, come on. It's got to be super nice.
Oil slick, super nice. Meanwhile, this is a really amazing location. This is a Merida E160.
This is Tina's bike in the Cairns National Park.
Where's that?
I have no idea. Never heard of it. It begins with a Q, Cairns Valley near Avio.
Right.
Gotta be France.
It's got to be super nice in my eyes, Don.
Yeah, beautiful.
Do you think?
Bike looks great.
Looks great. Right, next up we have got a sunset shot and a Q160 on the...
Yeah, old John Bradgate Park, somewhere in the UK, I'm presuming. Don't know.
It's lovely. It's lovely. Is it Don? Go on, you give us a call that one.
Nice.
It's a nice.
Move on.
Now next up we've got a Trek Rail 7.
This is Elaine's Aberystwyth Seafront. Lots of Welsh in the show this week.
Aberystwyth Seafront.
It is.
I love the kind of shallow depth of field in that.
It's a good looking picture.
That's
Bar ends.
Yeah, I do like that a lot. That's definitely super nice for me.
All right, let's go with it. Super nice.
That's super nice.
Now we're off to Perth, Western Australia for Greg.
Perth. That's Scotland, isn't it? Perth. Perth.
Western Australia. Well, Sam Hill territory.
Yeah.
And he's riding a Focus Sam Squared.
Sam Squared. Yeah. In the bush.
I'm 61. This is my first e-bike. Love it and loving the show.
Oh, thanks. Done.
Super nice.
Super nice.
Good story as well.
Now we've got a Santa Cruz Heckler S in the woods. Looks a bit of beach woodland there.
Leith Hill down in Surrey. Took a 48-mile round trip up and around Leith Hill from Morden in Surrey with 7 feet less than 4,000 feet of climbing.
Nice.
One battery plus 25% spare.
Ooh.
Get the turbo on. Come on.
Good, so that's nice. Next up, Bull's Core Eco.
Yes, Marcel's bike in Eaglesau, I think you would say, Switzerland, testing battery reach, 85k, 3.5 hours, 800 meters climbing.
That's a critical thing to do on your e-mountain bike. That is nice. Next up, a Canevo up in some proper
Beautiful.
Wild territory
I
there.
know this part of the world. This
Really?
is
How?
This is
Chile?
Yeah, Las Varas track. This is part of the Andes Pacifico, I believe.
Yeah.
Great spot for that Canevo, bombing down those hills. I bet that bike is awesome out there.
Yeah, and that is definitely super nice there, Don.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, closer to home again, we've got a white E180. That looks like... Ooh, oh, I know where that is.
Brecon Beacons again.
Is it Brecon Beacons?
Dragon's Back climb, it says.
Oh, the track. Do you know what? Last time we went up that hill, it didn't have that cairn on it.
Oh. Maybe
That's
Chris has built this. Maybe he brought it in his backpack and he's built it.
Chris, really? That's a hell of a cairn.
Super nice.
Super nice. And Giant E-Trans.
Eric, this is
Colorado?
Moab, yeah. No,
Moab.
Utah even, of course.
Whoa.
Finally able to get on vacation to Utah from Indiana. The state park is e-bike friendly and offers 16 miles of awesome riding. Slick rock as well. Imagine that on the e-bike. Oh, there's a challenge.
John, I don't actually need to imagine it. I've actually done it. You need to get your sorry ass out there.
I've never been. Yeah, I bet an e-bike is brilliant.
Yeah.
I bet you could loop out.
And finally, a Cube Reaction Pro.
In the French Alps.
Yeah. A beautiful location. What is the location
On
exactly?
bike route 115 going up the Col des Tentes. Cirque de Gavarnie.
Oh, the Gavarnie. Oh, perfect. That is in the centre of the Pyrenees, just to the south of Lourdes. That's do you know what?
Says the Alps here, Steve.
Well, Gavarnie is not in the Alps.
Well,
It's
you're disagreeing with Tom. But anyway.
Tom, Gavarnie is in Pyrenees, not in the Alps. Anyhow, I think it's a super nice nevertheless. So that's it for this week's show. Thanks so much for joining us. Don't forget to tune in to EMBN over the next few weeks because we've got a ton of tech content from here in northern Italy. Don, I think it's time to get our race to the beach.
Well, I'm just going to give GMBN a plug first.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
We've got an EWS race coming up this weekend as well. I know we had the E last weekend, but another EWS race. So check it out on GMBN.
Obviously, EMBN, eMTB racing is going to be what the future is.